Hey Team 5, thanks so much for your presentation. I want to respond a little bit in terms of collaborative inquiry or your presentation of collaborative inquiry. I think it's really interesting to think of, the definition that you gave in terms of the ongoing process of research and collaboration amongst sort of teachers and administrators. But I also think that there was something interesting that was brought up in terms of, oh, we need to have these collaborative evaluation communities. And they have to be these sort of set sort of standards, or not standards, but these set sort of groups in order to continue in this process or to onset this process. But I think that this kind of collaboration is happening already, maybe informally or maybe in much smaller ways. But I think of ideas, for example, if we think about this link to curriculum and instruction, I think about curriculum mapping, for example. There's a lot of work in terms of research and collaboration that teachers are doing to look at each other's maps and to basically obviously gauge ideas from each other in terms of how they're presenting curriculum or how they're providing this instruction based on different uses of technology, based on different lessons that address different learning styles. I can't also help but think of just how using technology in different ways, maybe amongst classes, or I know that there are some teachers that are connecting with other teachers internationally and kind of having classes sort of on video chats or just in videos and they're kind of learning the same thing but they're in two different countries or having discussions in one place and the other together through technology. I find that a lot of, in terms of collaborative inquiry, even just among students, but maybe even amongst teachers, and what sort of work that they're doing without forming this sort of collaborative evaluation committee. While I understand that that's probably something that's very necessary, especially in terms of data-based decision making, in terms of what's actually going to work. So I just wonder, is there any other sort of ideas that you as a group came up with or can come up with on things that we might already be doing in schools or even other classmates? I open it up for discussion for you in terms of what sorts of things are you doing at your schools, especially like the charter schools. I'm sure that this is a definite place where a lot of collaborative inquiry is happening. What sort of big ideas are you working with, or what sort of other smaller programs are being implemented, or just more informal activities that you may be doing with your staffs or with your teachers or even other administrators that align to this, align to collaborative inquiry already, and maybe even have this link to curriculum and instruction. Thanks so much for your time. Great presentation, guys.